Hey, what's going on everyone? Today I'm going to be giving an in-depth review of the new Moto X Pure Edition from Motorola. I've got the phone, I've been using it for the last couple of days, and I thought I'll give you guys my take in case somebody out there was looking to make a new purchase. So I've broken out the review into a few different videos, and this is going to be part one. In this video, part one, the one that you're watching right now, I'm going to be discussing several things, including the unboxing, and my unboxing is a little bit different, not your traditional one that you're used to. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to be discussing why I purchased this phone. There are a lot of devices out there today, so what made me go with the Moto X compared to the other ones. Third, I'm going to be discussing the build quality, and then we're going to go to the screen, the speakers. We're going to discuss the Moto Assist features that come with this phone. And then lastly, we're going to discuss the interface and also the battery and the charger that comes with it, because it's all new. So first things first, the unboxing. Now, I kind of have a little bone to pick because I really get frustrated when I see a plethora of videos that get posted that are 10 minutes long each, and they're all unboxings and they all show pretty much the same thing. Now, I believe that the unboxing experience have become pretty standard nowadays when it's just a phone and a charger. If you're lucky, you'll get a pair of headphones. But I really don't believe that we should spend 10 minutes long each on these videos going over the same exact thing that doesn't show anything unique or different than what we've expected. So that being said, here's my unboxing. Well, there you have it, and that took, what, a whopping 47 seconds? The box, manual, SIM removal kit, the charger, the phone, and a clear bumper case that I don't think anyone's going to use. Now, when it comes to the build of the device, on the left-hand side we have absolutely nothing but a clear slab of metal, which is actually very nice. On the bottom we have the micro USB port. On the top we have the headphone jack as well as the SIM and micro USB slot. On the right we have both the volume rocker and the power button. And as you can tell over here, there is a nice little texture to that power button, so you'll never mistake the two. So all in all, the device feels great in the hand. It has a nice weight to it. It feels sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip. So I'm actually satisfied with it, and I bet you're gonna like it as well. But it's not without its flaws. Maybe I'm being picky, I don't know, but I would expect a little bit better from Motorola, Lenovo, or whoever they are today. Now I bring this up because the top left back of the device was completely flush with the metal, which is great, but I noticed on the other side the back was actually protruding a little bit, so much that I could actually put one of my business cards in between. And after using the phone for a full day, I noticed there was some kind of hump or a little bend underneath the back cover, which definitely raised some concern, and I wonder whether or not that back is actually going to stay attached to the phone or not. Now the one thing I do like is the display. Yes, it's 5.7 inches and the screen might be a little bit too big for some, but for me, one-hand usability hasn't been that bad. The screen is vibrant, it's clear, it gets really dim and really bright at the same time, Quad HD, and it's good for 515 ppi. Yes, some people will say that the S6 looks more vivid and more sharp, but you're not going to have any problems with this display. Even when I took it outside under the sunlight, I was able to see the colors just fine, as well as the whites in the menu, so you're not going to have any issues over here. I thought maybe if I should take it into more direct harsh sunlight, which I did, and I was actually able to see everything just fine as well. So that being said, you are going to love this screen. I like it a lot. I think you guys will like it as well. There aren't really issues over here. So kudos to you and Motorola for delivering a good screen. So what about the speakers? Well, it's safe to say if you are a person who enjoys the media experience, you are going to love the Moto X Pure Edition. That's mainly because of the two front-facing speakers found at the top and at the bottom of the device. I want to make that clear because there are other phones out there, such as the ZTE Axon that I had previously, that has two speaker grills on the front of the device on the top and the bottom, but only one of them is actually a speaker, which is the bottom one. So I don't want you guys to get tricked out there, and you really need to find the front-facing speakers that have the dual units, not the single. Other phones out there, they might have the speakers on the bottom of the phone, such as a OnePlus 2, and you will find two speaker grills, and once again, don't get tricked, it's only one speaker and one microphone. Other phones, such as the iPhone, have the speaker at the bottom of the device, and that always leads to people kind of making that cupping motion with their hand so they can try to get some of the sound to bounce off their hand and into their ears. Well, with the Moto X Pure Edition, you don't have to worry about that because the speakers are on the front, they're on both sides, they sound great, they don't get in the way whenever you're trying to hold the phone or lay it on the table. And with that, I actually just wanted to show you guys a little example of how loud and clear they sound, and I hope it can translate through the video.
She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more.
So the interface is pretty stock like Nexus devices, but the only difference that you'll see here is that Motorola keeps their unique features that they have, like Motorola Assist and stuff like that. And a lot of people find them to be very, very useful when you actually use them and take full advantage of them. So this is great for anybody who enjoys the stock feel of a Nexus device but wants some additional features. But it's also fantastic for people who are after the performance. I say this because if you look at the top devices coming from Samsung, on paper or in benchmarks, they do really, really well because they have strong and fast internals. But at the same time, if you compare them to devices that run stock Android, they don't do too well. And I bring this up because there is another YouTuber by the name of RealTech who has done a really, really great test on his Galaxy S6 compared with the Moto X Pure Edition. And what he did was actually show you, not benchmarks, but he showed you usability in the real world. And he did a multitude of little tests that show the speed of the devices doing the same exact thing. Yes, the Galaxy devices might have faster, stronger internals, but the fact that the Moto X uses stock Android, it really gave the S6 a run for its money. Matter of fact, I don't want to spoil it, but the Moto X won. Apart from having stock Android, they do ship with a few tricks up their sleeves, including some that are actually pretty useful. Like for example, whenever you have a notification and you don't want to unlock your device, you can just come to it and check it from the lock screen just by tapping on it. You also have the double chop for the flashlight and double chop again to turn it off. Pretty useful, especially when you can't see anything in the dark. You also have a feature that allows you to raise a device from your waist to your ear so you could search for something. Where is the nearest Krispy Kreme? While allowing you to maintain your privacy so others cannot hear your search results. And it'll display more information on the screen as well. Last but not least, you have the very convenient feature of twisting the device to bring up the camera, and if you do it once more, you will bring up the front-facing camera. Pretty quick too. Then there's Moto Voice, which allows you to run a list of commands simply by using your voice. I found the Find My Phone feature very useful, but if you're already used to this, then you might want to skip the next 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay, Moto X. Did the Cowboys win the game?
Yes, the Cowboys beat the Eagles 20-10. They are playing the Falcons on Sunday at 12 p.m.
Take a selfie. Set an alarm for tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Okay, 6 a.m. Setting your alarm.
What is 6,854 divided by 2.6?
The answer is 2,636.15.
What is the weather 2 days from now?
Wednesday's forecast for Mansfield is 94 degrees and sunny.
Talk to me.
Okay, I'll announce incoming calls and texts for the next 30 minutes.
Take a picture. Remind me to pick up Oreos tonight.
Okay, do you want to save this?
How far is it to Pluto?
7.5 billion kilometers, according to space.com, at its most distant when the two
Navigate to Hamilton Pool.
navigating to Hamilton Pool Preserve.
Text Adil Hazri. Congratulations on your wedding.
Do you want to send this?
What's up?
Hello Niddle, the time is 4:07 p.m. Adil Hazra sent you a text message at 3:57 p.m. saying who?
Okay, so you get the point. It definitely works great. Even though sometimes the answers, well, they're a little sheepish. What is the best phone in the world?
The Apple iPhone 6 to 16 gigabytes, Space Gray, Verizon, CDMA, GSM has a 4.8 star rating based on 5,814 reviews.
But I found it especially useful when I was working on my garage door the other day for a few hours and I had grease all over my hand, so naturally I didn't want to touch my phone. But I was curious to see if I got any notifications, so I actually called it from downstairs and to my surprise it worked. It kind of went something like this.
Good morning, Niddle, the time is 11:26 a.m. You received a notification from Thescore at 11:14 a.m. Report, Cowboys to place QB Tony Romo on IR, recall, will miss at least 8 weeks.
And last but not least, it is the battery and the charger. Now, if you've had a Motorola device, you're probably going to have the turbo charger, but this time it's actually a little bit different, and as you can see over here, the cable is actually a little bit longer this time, which is actually pretty cool. Now the charging bricks look exactly the same from the front and the back, but on the new one you are going to notice the Turbo Power 25 watt branding just to let you know what it's packing under that hood. With the old one you were able to remove the USB cable, but unfortunately that's not the case with the new one, and I assume it's because they want that heavy duty cable to stay with the new charger. Now as far as the connectors, they look exactly the same, except obviously the new one is also going to have that 25 watt moniker just to let you know what's up. And the charging was pretty interesting. Motorola claims that the Pure will charge much quicker when it is at its lowest point. And I did find that to be true because after only about 10 minutes I was able to get it to 21%. Now if you look on the left hand side of the screen, you're going to see that breakdown. Now as far as daily use, I did notice that the battery is going to be average. You're looking at about 3.5 hours to 3 hours and 45 minutes of screen on time. You know, I used it the first day and I noticed that it was under 3 hours of screen on time, but that's because I had this weird background process going on. But thankfully I was able to find it, disable it, and when I was using it for the next couple of days, I was averaging about 3.5 hours. I mean, the thing has really fantastic standby time, but you're looking at an average screen on time for this phone. So I hope you liked this video. That is all I have for now. If you please give me your feedback in the comment section, it'll be greatly appreciated. This is my first YouTube video and my first review, so I'm looking for any constructive criticism. What you guys liked, what you didn't like, if this video was too long or too short. I'm looking for anything basically because I believe it's always better to progress and to better yourself so I can make content for you guys and make it more enjoyable for you because that is ultimately the mission. Other than that, stay on the lookout for the next upcoming videos. I'm going to have some 4K footage from the Moto X Pure, some 1080p footage, some still comparisons because the camera to me is very important, so I'd expect it for you guys as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Second.